Hello, welcome to Train Sim World 5, where today I'm doing something a little bit different. Going into Creators Club and Scenario Planner. Reason being, I created this, well, both of these two, a couple of weeks ago. And, well, we're going to drive a class 465-9 from Norton Fitzwarren all the way to Minehead and then back to Bishop's Lydiard. This is going at line speed, which is 25 miles an hour. I'm doing this now because as of yesterday, Dovetail Games released their new DLC which uses West Somerset Railway. I will be getting it next week and videoing all the scenarios as a new series. That's a certain famous blue tank engine. If you know who it is, you don't need to say. Now, on to today. The visitor. A special visitor in the form of a DMU is being run along the line. Your job is to drive it both ways. This is a unique livery. I've created it specifically for this scenario. I will get it started first, which involves putting the key in, putting that like that, and then pressing that. And now I will show you the livery, which I've created. It's basic, but it is West Somerset Railway. They've got their own DMU in as close to chocolate as I could get. It's not quite accurate, and I would like to put the cream on it, but you can see where the destination is. You don't often get that on a train, because the brakes don't release until the doors are shut. Okay, I can lock the doors, go back in the cab, and first stop, Bishop's Lydiard. Up platform, which is actually opposite side to what we would normally be running. But it's the longer platform. Okay, this train would fit in the shorter platform, but it doesn't give you as much ability to stop on that one. And as you can see, we're limited to 25 miles an hour on this line. Don't want to be speeding, so I'll be feathering the throttle between notch 1 and 0 so that I don't speed. A bit more power. Cut power again. As you can see, it's a nice gentle run. Okay, it'd be nice if notch 1 would just do 25 as maximum. That way I could just leave it on notch 1. Oh. Having to do the throttle brake like this keeps me alert, because this is not a short activity. I've just realised I didn't change the lights. Tail lights off, headlights full, There we go. Means that we're showing which way we're going. Oops, a bit too quick. I don't know what it shows on the rear. I haven't looked. I'll probably look when we get to Bishop's Lydeard. Problem with this line being single track heritage line, it does have this slow speed limit. So even with a unit that will go quick, I mean, it's 75 miles an hour it's rated for, but the branch line is 25 at most. So, and we've got a 10 mile an hour speed limit through Bishop's Lydeard. So we can't go too fast through that. Just keeping an eye on the speedo. As I said, I don't want to be speeding. I want to run within the speed limit. I can't turn any of the AWS... Well, I can turn an AWS on because the line's got AWS ramps. I wonder where that button is. What's that one? Has that switched it on? I don't know. I would like to turn the AWS on. Gives me more points. What's that? No. No. That's the emergency door release. Oh, I haven't opened the window. There we go, I can hear the DRA, which won't work in this. Generator brake is off. I don't know which button turns the AWS on. Oh, we're slowing down. There's a signal there. Which is showing green. Next one is yellow. But we've got a 10 mile an hour speed limit. So we want to slow down a little bit. What do these buttons do? Vigilance, DRS. There we go, we've got AWS on. Slow down for the 10 mile an hour because we're now switching onto the right hand road for the station. And we don't want to be speeding on this because it's a facing point and we want to go within the speed limit. least I've got AWS on. That'll give me more points. AP. Activity points. Whoops. A bit too quick. That won't help, so I'll slow down a little bit. The West Somerset Railway liveried Class 3465 is arriving at Bishop's Lydiard. And we will be stopping just there. Open the door and wait for the passengers to get on. While our train is just sitting here. I like the fact that the destination actually says Minehead. You wouldn't get that on some other routes or even any steam engines. But having it on a multiple unit, that's what I was going to look at. It's got the thing, has it got the red tail lights? Yes, the red tail lights are on. Okay, I can lock the doors. Wrong doors. Hit the wrong button. There we go. £10 mph until we are completely out of the station. So, I'm not opening the throttle yet. Keeping an eye on that speed, because I do not want to be speeding. Coming back, we'll be going into the same platform. This is a full round trip. Apart from we're not going back to Norton Fitzwarren, we are terminating at Bishop's Lydiard. So, oh, we can get a bit more throttle. And we should soon be up to the bit where it goes to 25. Just as I knock the throttle back. There we go. We've got 3.4 miles before we get to Crocombe Heathfield, which is our second stop of 8 on the way out, 7 on the way back. It's almost like driving a tram that's limited to 25. With how fast it accelerates, and then you can coast a little bit. It's a pity that it's uphill here, because I'm having to keep an eye on the speedo and keep throttling back, adding throttle, reducing throttle, adding throttle, reducing throttle. At least it keeps me awake for the entirety of the run. Sun's behind us. At some point we will be passing a service train, which is a loco and 5 coaches. We're only passing it in one direction because I couldn't work out how to make it go the other way. Or at least I couldn't work out how to make it do a run round to go back the other way. Because there's only one turntable on this line, and that's at Minehead. And it'd need to be turned. At Bishop's Lydiard. We won't see it on the way back because it goes all the way through to Norton Fitzwarren. That's why we cannot go to Norton Fitzwarren, because that'll be blocking the way. Though, truth be told, could have it so that that effectively uses the triangle at Norton Fitzwarren. If I could work out how to make that work. I don't know. It's meant to be one regular passenger train running today, plus this special test run of the DMU. Our next stop, as I said, Crocombe Heath Field. You can see by how wide the bridges are, this used to be a broad gauge line. All the way up to, it was either Blue Anchor or Dunster, and then it was standard gauge from there to Minehead. So it's got more clearance than the average branch line, as it were. If it wasn't a heritage railway and operating under light railway rules, could easily do 50 plus on this line. Something I might try one day. Just run without worrying about speed limit. It's possible to do it. It's just, I think it's possible to do it. I mean, I've done it on Train Simulator Classic, which has also got this route. But that was quite a while ago. I was running a steam engine on it. I can't remember. And that's got settings where you don't derail if you... Well, you've got the option of making it so you don't derail if you're speeding. On this, I think you can derail if you speed. And I don't really want to do that. So... 1.4 miles before our stations, our first stop, or second stop. I'm used to starting at Bishop's Lydiard, not Norton Fitzwarren. Anyway. You can tell this is one of the oldest routes on the game, or in the game, because the level of detail is a lot lower than something like West Coast Main Line South, or some of the more recent releases like Blackpool Branches, which I don't have, Cardiff Central, which I don't have. The East Coast Main Line, which I don't have. There's a few routes I don't have. Quite a few routes. But I will be getting the add-on with the famous blue tank engine, which uses this route. So, just getting it a week after its release rather than on day of release. That's one that looks as though it'll be entertaining because it's story based. Each scenario follows on from each other in the form of a story. And I will be doing videos as I do each scenario. I don't think they'll be anywhere near as long as this scenario. So, oh, we're getting closer to Crocombe. Got a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit in a few seconds. And that's what that beep was about, so I'll just let it reduce down to 20, and then try and maintain 20 as we approach the station. Having AWS on does give you more points. This route doesn't have any of the other safety features, so the fact that I can run AWS. Right, we have a green. We're not going to pass the service train yet. So all we have to do is bring it to a nice gentle stop within Crocombe Heathfield Station, which is a case of doing that. We're on the level. Station platforms are level rather than on a gradient. We have a green, but we still have to stop and wait for passengers. Oh, right, we're opposite end. I'll go onto this one. I can see better. I can zoom down to here, and let's get a screenshot. Hopefully that will work. Showing off my lovely, as close to chocolate as I can, livery. I do want to put the cream upper panels at some point. Oh good, they're waiting. And we can go up to 20. Don't get too close to the crossing, please. There we go, 20 miles an hour. And of course we're going downhill slightly. So I have to now use the brake. Oh, we've got up to 25, I'll just let it coast. We're going downhill, so it'll speed up. Next stop, Stogumber in 2.3 miles. And as we go past the fixed distance for Crocombe Heathfield, which we will be going back through and stopping at on the way back to Bishop's Lydiard. Don't have to worry about signals until we get near the stations. So it's quite good. Oh, we've got another whistle board. Slow down a bit more. Crossing, we have a clear aspect for it. Bit more brake. Bring it down to 20 and just let it coast. We're still going downhill, so we don't really want to be speeding. Oh, sorry about that. Got a bit of a tickly cough. Still accelerating despite going slowly. I'm trying as hard as I can not to speed, because I don't really want to be speeding. Get a bit of a bad report at the end of the scenario, which I don't want. The railway line that in real life I would love to go and visit. It's one of the longest heritage lines in the UK. Oops. Slowed down more than I expected. Sound the horn for crossing. Which I believe is by one of the halts. It's an ungated crossing, so sounding the horn lets car users know that you are coming past. Slowing down again. Just about to go through the putting. Still going down the 1 in 100 gradient. That's 1 foot in every 100 feet. So we'll just keep accelerating until we either reach the bottom of the gradient or start going up the next gradient. Well, it will be the bottom of the gradient. Start of the next gradient. I think that's a 1 in 80 something. I'm not sure. That's the second man's view. thought I'd show it. And then all the different things. Here we go. External view. That's what I was trying to get to. Looking out here, it's quite cool. Especially with my unique livery that I created myself. I'm not likely to share this livery. Not unless I can actually do it so it does look like a proper Great Western livery. I just thought it would be a nice idea. If I can work out how to make the cream band, which is along the windows, then I'll share it. The front is going to stay dark. It's not going to have a yellow. Ooh, we're at the next station already. Didn't realise where we were. Just coming to a stop in Stockholm. There we go. Through the doors. Let the passengers off. Beauty of this scenario, there isn't actually a dedicated timetable, so I can take as long as I need to get from one end to the other and then back again. I don't have to rush. Hopefully I will be passing the service train at either, I think it should be Blue Anchor. Not sure. Whichever station's a loop, roughly halfway along, because it left at the same time as I did. There we go. Once we get up to 20, I'll put the power again. Now we'll just coast until we get to the gradient change. Got 3 miles before Wilton. Only issue with this particular game compared to Train Sim Classic, you don't get an advance track diagram at the bottom where you can see what the next gradient is going to be, or when the gradient change is going to happen. So you're basically driving by eye effectively. There is another route I'm thinking of getting, but that won't be until probably June, July time, which is outbound. One that I've done on Train Sim Classic. It is a fantastic looking route, and it's got the famous Swiss crocodile locomotives, which really do look stunning. If I get that, I will be doing videos on it. Probably even write a scenario where I can drive this all the way along it. Because driving something like this on a Swiss route would be cool. I mean, I can't put a crocodile on this route because there's no overhead electrics. I could run it on something like West Coast Main Line South, the German routes with overhead electric. It'd be quite fun. Imagine putting the Swiss loco on a British route. We're having it as a scenario. Right, it's coupled up to modern, or coupled up to British coaches. And running from London Euston to Milton Keynes. That'd be quite an interesting scenario if I did it. I am thinking of doing a scenario where I put a German BR Talent 2 or 442 from London to Milton Keynes, stopping at Watford Junction, and then Milton Keynes, just do a limited stop. That would make an interesting thing, as would an ICE3, being able to run that at full speed from London to Milton Keynes non-stop. Or taking a Javelin, class 395, to one of the German routes and running that there, because then it could go full speed, especially on the high-speed German routes. That would be quite an interesting thing to do. Non-stop run from one end to the other. I know how to do it now, so just have to work out how to add in other trains to pass and overtake. Because this one's only got one train that I'm passing. While I would like adding more, it's working out the timing for them to pass me at logical places without me waiting around for ages. I can think of about 3 possible locations. Oh, it's not yet. I was misjudging where I was then. I got that on time. Let's 15 miles an hour in Willerton. And we are nearly there. Tell we're going slower than this unit would normally run, because the flange squeal is pretty... It's happening a lot. I wouldn't normally get that. Speed down. We'll slow it down even more before we get to the 15. We've got a red after the station, so we're probably passing the service train here, which is about halfway, I think. Next signal that the speed limit is, so we need to start slowing. And we want to be going quite a bit slower. It's 15 into the station. The service train is not there yet. I'm not sure what time we are meant to be passing it. Or... Ah, there it is. It's just arriving as we arrive. That's actually quite cool. Perfect timing. And that is not a default livery either. That's a livery that's on Creators Club, created by another user. Who's decided to create one that's based on early BR for the Jubilee. Hence, it's saying British Railways on the tender. If I can get a good view, there we go. And it's number 45690. Don't ask what the name is, because I don't know. Go back to this view. Steam engine's leaving. So are we. There goes the steam engine. It's quite nice that the steam service... I want that view. Quite nice that the steam service came in exactly the same time as us. I was expecting it to be a bit of a wait, to be honest, but that was good timing. Okay, modern safety standards wouldn't really allow two trains to arrive at the same time, but it was a nice thing. We won't see any more trains, unfortunately. Because they are now that's the only one that I've scripted so far. There's another passing place between here and Minehead, which is, I think, Blue Anchor. And I'd need to work out the timing to get trains to pass us at Crocombe Heathfield and Blue Anchor without any issues with us having to wait around or them having to wait around. Fortunately, we don't stop at this little halt. Next stop is Watchet. Okay, I didn't realise that was a speed restriction. We're now on the coast. Whoa, why? All the doors have opened. How did that happen? All I wanted to do was look out there at the sea. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Watch it, we've got a 10 mph speed restriction. Remember, if I want to change camera view, use the keyboard, not controller. Get to nearly 25 and then we'll cut. Power again. In a couple more trains and hope we can make it look like a more regarded as, shall we say. I would like to get the other route got steam, so I can have more steam engines. This is a special extra service in between. I misjudged where I was. This is Watchet Station. the old goods shed, which is now the Maritime Museum. Maritime Museum. And we just come to a nice gentle stop. Open the doors. Now that I know I can do it off the controller, I don't even need my keyboard unless I'm changing camera view. That's cool, that is. Just wait for passengers to get on board. And then we will head to... I think the next one should be Dunster, maybe? Closing doors. Looking forwards. Leaving. Washford, next one. 2.2 miles. So... little bit of distance. Just have to coast a little bit as we go under the bridge. I think that was the end of the old railway section, and now we're on the standard gauge. Not sure. Someone who knows the line better than me, tell me. That would be helpful. I should sit on this line on the other side. But still, oh, I've done it again. Hit the wrong button. Just over there is the Bristol Channel. That's what I was trying to do. And I hit the wrong button. A bit silly of me. Get a bit of speed up. I know how to do the doors using my controller. The problem was, or the problem is, I keep thinking that's also how you control the camera when you want to change the view. Yeah, this is now standard gauge, former standard gauge, because the bridges are narrower. So, yeah. And that's why it's a 20 mph speed limit here, not 25. Narrower right there. Power again. And of course, just as I got power, it goes up to, or goes to a gradient. So I want to slow down a little. Otherwise, I'd be speeding, which I don't want. I'm just going to get a nice, gentle speed. Let's get a bit more speed up. We can go up to 25 again now. 20 was because of the tight bends. Oh, we've got an uphill gradient. hopefully it slows down. Shall we? .4 miles to Washford, and we've got a 20 mph speed limit because of the bends. Okay, and for the level crossing. Notice that I'll do it. A bit more throttle as we do a little bit of straight section. Just coast a little. See how far we get before, or how long it takes before we get down to 20 miles an hour. Coasting. And then we'll put more throttle on. As I said, I'd love to visit this railway in real life and just ride it. It would be a lovely place to visit. Sound whistle because there was a sound whistle for this crossing, and we've got another one. I don't know when the next speed restriction will be. Might just be Blue Anchor maybe. Find out when we get to it. Wherever the next passing loop is, because of the points. You see where it is? Going up a bit of a steeper gradient now at 174. Now approaching Washford. I'm not sure what side the platform's on. Looks like it's on the right. Where is it? Don't know. No, it's on the left. This is where the carriages were on that Class 09 shunting scenario I did back in December. Here we go. Coming to a stop about now. Perfect stop. And doors opening. Just realised. It's on marker lights only. Should be on day. Good job I had a look. Right. Locking doors. And leaving Washford for Blue Anchor, which is a passing place. Thought it was. That should have the next speed limit as well. Yep, 10 mile an hour. Now that we're leaving the platform, I can put it up to 2 on the throttle. That whistle board until it was underneath, almost underneath. Going downhill at 1 in 65. That's fairly steep gradient. 1.8 miles before Blue Anchor. When we get to Minehead, we've got to do the passengers, close down this cab, walk to the other end of the train, start up the other cab, and we'll probably want more passengers there. Then, before we start heading back. That will be relatively easy to do. Coming back, as I said, we won't be passing another train, unfortunately, because I haven't scripted it in yet. This is just testing, make sure the route or the player path works. I will try and script in a couple more trains to pass and improve the livery of this DMU, which will include changing the doors to modern. Whoa, wrong one. I added power instead of putting the brake on then. That was a bit silly of me. I want to put the high contrast doors on as well, so it does look like a modern multiple unit. But at the moment, what I want to do is just test that this scenario works as is, and then every time I add a service in, I can do a test. It'll come to the point eventually that I'll determine that it's ready. I'll do another video on it showing it off, and then I will make it available to anyone who's got the game via the Creators Club. Same with this liveried, especially liveried, DMU, you will need it to do this. Whereas the service trains that you pass, one will be class 47 that comes with it. You've got the Jubilee, which needs the Manchester to Leeds steam line, and I'll look at something else to put on as well. Might have to make a consist for the Jubilee that's basically reverse of what it currently does on this, so that it's going back and passes once again at Crocombe Heathfield in the reverse direction. I don't know about other services at the moment. I've got to work out how to make it so that you pass them without issue. Here we are, blue anchor, right next to the caravan park. I'll slow down a little bit too much there, especially considering we're on level here. It'd be nice to pass a train here as well, so you've got all three passing places being used. It'd make it more interesting. So I'll see what I can do. Right, brake. Might try and timetable it so that you've got to wait here for the third train that you'd have to pass, rather than it already being here or it arriving at exactly the same time as we did with the Jubilee. That wasn't Crocombe Heathfield, was it? Oh, I don't know. It would be interesting if we could get it to work. Make it so that you're waiting here for the third train. Because it's timetable Minehead. After you've gone through Washford or Watchet. Oops. That would make you have to wait a little bit. If it was something like the Class 09, that would actually be quite an interesting thing to pass. Okay, Okay, we can now go up to 25. Up to, yeah, 25. We are right next to the Bristol Channel. Dunster's the next stop. And after that, it's Minehead, which is the halfway point. That's the fixed distance. Normally Minehead would be the termination, but as this is a return working, which is something you don't see that often on this game. Most of the scenarios are designed for one direction only. Even the timetable service, it's one direction. So having a return working, where you start at the bottom end of the line, go up to Minehead and back, it's a different idea. Which is why I've done it. I want to see how well it works. I am going to put more non-player trains in. It is nice passing other trains. But having it so it's non-timetabled as well, so it doesn't matter slowly or quickly, the other trains won't be able to pass into other sections because you'll be in it, or the other train that you're coming up to will be in it. And with this, you're going at line speed anyway, or close to line speed. So nearly at Dunster, so I won't accelerate. Over the brook. Can't remember what side of the line the platform at Dunster is. I think it's on the side that I'm currently leaning out of. Downhill again. We're not that far from Minehead. It's taken so far an hour and 10 minutes. I didn't realise there was this 10-mile-an-hour limit. Otherwise I'd have been slowing down before then. Level crossing at Dunster. We crawl into Dunster Station. As I said, Dunster Station platform is on the left. Most of them are on the left, or on this side. It's just the passing points on the way back where it'll be on the other side. .15 mile an hour here. goods shed. And bring it to a nice gentle stop. Before we get to the point. Check passengers on. They all want to go into Minehead to do some shopping. And it's a 5-mile-an-hour speed limit over that crossing. Nearly got everyone on. Which we have now. Closing doors. Okay. $5-mile-an-hour speed limit. That's gonna feel like snail's pace. Ooh, nice boots. Those boots were made for walking. She was walking at 3 miles an hour. And she'll probably still be on the platform when we come back. Because the next station is Minehead. Don't honk your horn at me, car. I'm going at the speed limit. Goes up to 10 miles an hour shortly. No, it goes up to 25 once we're clear of the crossing. It's just that is a difficult crossing. There we go. 10 miles an hour in 1.2 miles is the speed limit for Minehead. Past the Woods Loop. What would have been Woods Loop, or maybe a refuge siding for tourist trains. Keeping an eye on the speed. And we're about to go past Minehead Butlins. We've got the industrial units, and Butlins is on the right. An interesting place to stay. I was expecting that. Nice if you could get a caravan right by the railway. Distant. How long until we get to the 10? Less than half a mile. And the green for the station. Hour and 20 minutes to do this. Not bad going to full length of the line. But it does mean I'm going to have to split this video in two. Because I don't really want to do a 2-hour, 40-minute video. So when I get to Minehead, I will do the cab shutdown procedure. So that part 2 of the video can start with me walking to the other end. Here we go. Crossing over Minehead level crossing. A little bit more power because we're slowing down too much. And we're in straight in. Hopefully when I've completed this scenario, as in finished making it, there'll be a few items of stock dotted around as well. So it's not just the... Why is that so far up? I'm going to run a little bit further down so that the whole train's in the platform. Because if I stop here, the last carriage is out of the platform. I don't know why it's there. It might be because of me doing it as a return working. Let's stop here, shall we? Doors. And sort out the lights while I'm doing it. I can turn AWS isolate for this, for the back. Oh, that's cool. Didn't notice that was there. Thought I'd unlocked them. I have unlocked them. Why are you... Okay, it's got the platform marker on the wrong side of the track. Weird. Really weird. Really, really, really weird. That does look close to chocolate, so... It'll tell me to lock doors. Both sides done. Now I've got to shut down this cab. Come on. I'll have to use the mouse. If it'll let me. Come on. It's not letting me do it. I'll just have to leave it. So, I want off. Oh, that's why. Okay. That's this cab closed. Close the window. Because I'm now leaving this cab. I am not jumping out that side. What I'm doing is jumping out this side. I'm glad there isn't a timetable, because of running all the way down the platform to get to the other end. Come on, close the door. Where's the door button? Where's the thing that says door? Come on, let me do the door. I don't want to climb down steps. No. Not climb down steps. Come on, let me in. And that's it. Right. Door's shut. I'll set up the cab. And get it all set up. Right. So. Yeah, that's going to stay saying Minehead. Unfortunately, I don't think I know how to... I don't think I can change it from in here. No. Unfortunately not. At least I don't think so. What does that do? TPWS... So, that's the end of part 1. I hope you've enjoyed it. Part 2 will continue from exactly this location. It will not be restarting the activity, or I'm not saving it, I'm just going to carry on, but I'm doing part 2 as a second video, the return journey. Part 2 will not consist of passing another train, though, which is a shame. I haven't done that yet. I will do, but this is just testing the activity, while also recording it so that you can see the kind of work that goes into making these scenarios. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. That way you get to see part 2. If you press the bell, you'll see when part 2 gets uploaded. And until then, be seeing you.